Now, we all know the work of the Child Protection Agency is vital. It protects kids from neglect and abuse, but does it go too far sometimes?
Well, there is a bipartisan bill making the rounds at the state capitol to protect parents from being wrongfully accused. Denver 7 reporter Eric Lufer takes a closer look.
Courtney Judd is busy being a mom.
All right, Max, you ready for your snack?
Whether it's in the kitchen or upstairs in the playroom, she likes to think she's doing everything right.
It flew away.
But she hit a speed bump recently.
One of my children was dealing with emotional self-regulation.
Her son would cry for hours. Sometimes he would run away. So Courtney went to seek help through therapy.
The therapist said, well, have you ever bruised him? And I had. He jumped on my face when I was sleeping, and I pulled him off and I gripped too tightly. But it checked a box. So I was a victim of mandatory reporting.
It didn't make it.
Courtney was never fully investigated for abuse, but the damage was done.
Every time I did something that I worried that somebody else would judge.
This is a sensitive topic.
That's where Colorado State Representative Janet Buckner comes in. She's introducing a bipartisan bill alongside Representative Kim Ransom to give parents more protection if they're ever reported to Child Protective Services for something not that serious.
It's unfortunate because it's a burden on parents when this happens.
No.
The goal of the bill, which is still in the early stages, would address Courtney's situation as well as other more common situations that could lead to a report, like letting your children walk to school alone or letting them play in the yard without constant supervision.
Of course, we have mandatory reporters that must issue reports.
All the while, keeping the vital work of Child Protective Services intact.
But that's separate from the Child Protective Services actually then following up.
Just a slight change of the law would mean a lot to moms like Courtney.
Then I can grant my children that marvelous gift of being able to explore their own world with all five senses. Will you hand me a card?
I'm Eric Lufer, Denver 7.
A similar bill passed in Utah in 2018. That one's called the Free Range Parenting Bill. And under that law there in Utah, state child welfare authorities can no longer take children away from their parents if the kids are caught doing things alone, as long as the children are adequately fed, clothed, and cared for.